Hi there, I'm back again with video number 30 in the sex abuse series, and today I'm going to be talking about the switch. And the switch is quite an important aspect of the abusive dynamic to understand, and to understand why it happens and when it happens. So today I'm going to be talking in the series about the position that the switch has in the abusive dynamic, and that in relation to sex and abuse as well. Normally a victim is sized up for the position or the role of victim and drawn in through the initial seduction phase, and then wooed, as it were, in order to hook them into the position of victim. And then, somewhere down the line, what you may see happening is that this person's personality changes, it seems, and they apparently don't seem the way that they were. Their behaviour towards you changes, often dramatically, and often seemingly out of the blue. So you wonder, what did I do to precipitate that? What did I do to make that happen? What do I need to do to get us back to the nice stuff at the beginning? And that's often the purpose of the switch. But the other reason of the switch is because you have become embedded, you've become safely placed within the abusive dynamic. In other words, there's no need to keep up the act anymore. The abusive person believes that you are with them, you will not leave them. And the switch often occurs when a commitment has been made of some sort, when you've done something to solidify your position in the relationship, such as you may have slept with them, you may be chasing them, so they know and they're secure that you want them and you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Or it could be after an engagement, or it could be after a marriage, or it could be after a child has been born, therefore making you more vulnerable potentially to more abuse. Because when you've made those sorts of commitments, you've actually said that you are more committed to the relationship and therefore less likely to leave. And so the switch is the person revealing their true self. That's all the switch is. It's not a change in behaviour generally because something has happened. It's more dramatic than that. The change is an apparent change in personality, but it's not the person changing their personality, it's them revealing their personality for what it is. And during the initial stage of seduction, you may have received the facade, the sweet, loving, kind woman, or the beautiful, gentle, kind man who you thought was the one, but after the switch, you may see the real person coming forth. So the switch is quite an important time, if you will, in the abusive dynamic, because the abuser is then testing the waters also to see if you will stay, to see if you will put up with this person, which is the real them. And then, if you do, to see if you will accept more abuse. And so gradually over time, the real person seems to get worse, but it's actually them revealing more and more of themselves. More and more of who they are is becoming clear. And because of intermittent reinforcement that is often used in abusive dynamics, you may get good stuff, and you may see that initial nice person back again. Oh, they're back. That was just a blip. That wasn't real what I saw before. It was my imagination. Now they're back and we've got things back on course again. I can relax and everything will be okay. But it's intermittent reinforcement. It's reinforcing your perception that you had before of who this person was. But that's not the real them. The real them is the horrible person you're seeing. Because a truly nice person doesn't want to put on that nastiness. They generally remain the same across the board in every situation with everyone they meet. They don't fluctuate between nice and nasty. It doesn't work like that. With a healthy individual, they may become angry, they may express their emotions healthily, but they don't have these massive swings between being tremendously cruel and abusive and then being sweet and nice. A healthy person generally is more stable, more peaceful, more caring and more giving over a long, consistently stable length of time. You don't have these switches backwards and forwards. So I wanted to emphasize that for you today, help you to understand that the switch is a common occurrence in abusive dynamics, and to just help you to have that tool in your safe relationship toolbox. So as always, stay safe and very happy. Bye-bye.